Come on, look at these big old cheeses, man.
so
The McDowell.
Yeah.
Come on. Michael and Dr. Herita.
Listen.
That's right. That's right.
Man.
Thank you for doing this.
No problem.
We really appreciate you.
It's my honor. It's my honor.
It's so cool. We
Yeah.
haven't sat and talked with you in a while, and I mean, who better?
Indeed.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
I've always been a cornerstone, individual in our life. We just keep it consistent, man. The love is there. You've been there, we've been there, and we just gonna keep being there.
We are going to keep it. That's it. Well, I mean, we want to talk about 40. Obviously, we want to talk about marriage.
Yeah.
Obviously, we want to talk about a special event happening this year. So we got to do all of that
Yeah.
in a short amount of time. Indeed. It's going to be a good time, good conversation.
Yeah, so we have our birthdays. We made 40 this year.
I'm not 40
she's
yet.
not I made
To be
40
clear.
already. I came in the world first. I made 40 first.
Oh, yeah.
And we're 6 months apart. And we decided to make this momentous occasion a unified party, a unified event to celebrate.
To celebrate
This
life.
milestone.
Yeah. And I think the last time we decided to join forces in celebration of us was in 2006 to celebrate our first degrees. Our undergraduate degrees from Western Illinois University. The Leatherneck Territory.
That's right.
And I was the president of Zeta Iota chapter at the time, and you were the president of Ada, and like who will be the gatekeeper for this big party that we know was going to be American history, Black American History X.
It's a price to enter,
And
it ain't money.
and Venson was the person that the people had to go through. So we said he's going to usher us into this kickoff marketing of love and all of that to kind of encourage folks to come party with us for 40.
That's right. That's exactly right.
Vincent, what was the gatekeeper? What did people have to pay then? Because you definitely have to shots. But do you remember, Vincent?
I was probably already well ahead. I probably took multiple shots prior to, so that is slightly a blur for me.
You probably lubricated to function properly.
I think the same creativity. Well, the creativity we had then, and what you permit, the craziness you permit me to do was the rubber duckies. I wanted people to have to get the floating rubber duckies out of a bucket of water. And whatever number was on the bottom of the rubber ducky was the amount of shots you had to take. But all we could afford was Mad Dog.
Man, dog.
Gee whiz.
Look, we apologize for that. It's all these years later. Sorry, but you're still here, so
Yeah.
it's okay.
So we come back together and we said never again. Like outside of
Not
the wedding
bad,
and
no.
stuff like that. We said we would never. I mean, we haven't thrown a joint party since then. And this year, I mean, we're two very creative minds,
individuals. And what a chance to come back together and put those minds together and celebrate and create something of value.
40. So what's up, Vincent?
Well, it almost sounds like it's time.
It is.
It sounds like it's time for y'all to come back and pull something amazing off together.
Yeah. That's
right.
Yeah. I mean, I did listen. Okay, I know we want to talk about what's ahead, but do you mind if I go back just a little bit?
Do you think?
Yeah.
I mean, because I watched the first interview, had the privilege of doing that, and I just want to know, was that set up for you meeting Herita initially? Organic, or was that kind of divine? Was Twan like a setup wingman, or was that just divine on how you all met? Because that was a beautiful
question.
Beautiful
Great
story.
question. And I'm gonna answer this politically correct, and it's also I think true. It was divine. Wow. It was completely divine. Like he just wanted somebody to kick it with him while he was kicking it.
Yes.
While he was doing his homework, while he was doing his work.
Yeah.
And he was like, we seen each other earlier that day, And he knew I was going to take a nap because we was going to do some heavy kicking at that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of kicking in the Macomb. You know how it is. But I had to get rested up from my long classes, and he said, you know what? I know you say you're taking a nap, get ready for this evening, but I need you to come over to the drill room. She doing my paper. I just want you to come over here.
That was my hustle. I said that in the last interview.
Yeah.
And he came in. So, it was divine.
It was divine.
It would have been an epic wingman setup, I think, if Twan and you would have orchestrated
Right.
that. I probably would have been more creeped out.
Right.
But since it was organic, that's
Especially the way we hit it off. You know, it was all organic. It was, you know, I was able to be my authentic self, which helped me fall in love when I wasn't trying to fall in love. You know? I wasn't looking for a partner. I wasn't looking for that type of vibe. I was a freshman in college.
Yeah, and I think
So were you.
I was a freshman. I was a man right as I hit my 18th birthday, and I think for me, we didn't have I didn't have like a list of this will be my husband. He will work here. He will go here. He will make this amount of money. Like I wasn't fed that. That wasn't the like doctrine of like my family. So it was like if he makes you feel good, go. Like so me trusting myself, kind of allowed me to enjoy like engaging it. We didn't have any rules. No.
I love this.
And grew out of that. But I think that's the foundation that you kind of get to go back to. I think when it starts authentic and organic, you can go back to the freshness of that.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about growth. I mean, 22 years of knowing each other from that fateful day. Right?
Higgins Hall.
Higgins-Hall. Higgins Hall. Oh, my goodness. Wow. Is that even still around?
No. We were there when it got demolished. And we went back. And he, I think for my 33rd or 34th birthday, he gifted me. He kept the key. I mean, Western, we paid you to debt for taking the dorm key.
I did keep the key.
But he kept the key to the dorm.
That's awesome.
In addition, I got the name plate that she lived in.
Yeah, off the door.
Because they offered that. I was like, man, they gotta have something.
That's awesome.
They gotta have something.
That's awesome.
Yeah, the detail and creativity of us celebrating one another has brought so much joy.
Wow.
And I think this is why we kind of want to share the joy of, because we're gonna celebrate. We love to include people, but to be able to create something full of our favorite things in the old to 1984, because we believe 80s babies are gonna save the world.
Okay.
We just like, man, we just want to share the detail and the vibe and all that with our community.
Wow.
And just to pull that out, the community piece is very important, because we wouldn't be who we were and who we are without our community and our village. And we love you and we thank you so much for being to us and allowing us to be ourselves and make mistakes, grow and develop.
Yeah,
it's a very important element to who we ended up becoming.
Absolutely. We have an amazing village. They're definitely part of the glue. Their prayer work, covers us, the phone calls, the additional support that comes in when we least expect it. But being a part of your community from the start of the relationship, and then the community just develops, it's just an additional family of support that makes things a lot easier.
It's an additional binding agent. Ever closing soul. I was trying to think of something poetic. But that word escaped me, brother.
My God, go. It's going to come back. So that's the difference to the past, I think.
I love this. I definitely want to hear about this iconic event that you're inviting the village to. That's obviously where we're in. I want the details about that. I want to be able to see it and live it, even kind of as a precursor, as a preview. But do me one more favor, just because you talked about like growth, right, and development of not only your village but of y'all, right? Like, I mean, that first interview was so long ago. It felt like we were kind of reminiscing. Man, we look like babies, right? And so we're not. Y'all aren't, right? So what have y'all learned? Like, what are the lessons? What would you share with people?
So many to choose from. But one that sticks out in my mind right away is, you can't take time for granted. Can't take life for granted.
That's right.
You never know, and you just gotta just live life with intention.
Yeah.
You gotta love on your people. You gotta spend time. You gotta show up. We got so many examples of people in our life just showing up, and showing examples of the people that they showed up for that's a part of their network. And it's one of those things where you kind of live with no regrets when you live.
Oh, yeah.
When you live, that's a good one. So that's one big lesson.
You do. I think humble reciprocity. I think that the battle of the sexes and the gender roles and the who is supposed to do what when is in the way again of that like organic flow of I got you, you got me, I got you, you got me, and then you end up in this rhythm, you end up in this dance, but it's how you do business, it's how you do dating, it's how you make love, it's how you pick television shows, it's how you decide what you're gonna eat. It's this constant like ebb and flow, and it turns into like this covering. And when you earn the covering, by doing the work, there's healing involved, there's vulnerability in discussing traumas and how to alleviate traumas and how to deal with each other's traumas and advocate for each other's healing in a very 10 toes down kind of space. So while the world is worlding and life is lifing because we've lost several relatives, we've made money and lost money, we've sold properties, lost properties, bought we have all the stories that you could want. But the solidness of the foundation and being humble enough to say, what can I do for you? What did I do to you? How can I fix it? And making your way back around that like thing over and over again until it's like, yeah, this blew up, so let's just fix it. There's no time to like mull over it, and having that partnership is a privilege.
For sure. Most definitely. That veneer of genuine companionship really helps, migrate you towards that type of sentiment.
Yeah.
Like if you just don't enjoy that person, it makes everything way harder.
Like that's additional pressure. Like I've seen people that just they don't like each other. Or they always have to be on wife-husband mode. And I think that we can cut in and out of that and go into our friendship. We can go into, budget meetings together. Like, and it's not that friendship. And be able to play those roles.
Business partners, lovers, husband and wife, like all of these multifaceted levels of our relationship. Because maintaining one particular like level of relationship is exhausting. And
that's boring.
It's unrealistic. Especially with the pressures of the world. How fast paced everything is. You just kind of just like, you know what? I don't have it today. You my best friend. Today. Like that's all I got for you. Like,
or just right now.
Or just right
in
now.
this moment. This is what I need right now. I love this.
And boundaries.
This is good.
We grew. I know early therapy, early marriage, it was about emotional equity and how much I would share my emotional equity with all these different relatives and all these different things. And the question that was posed was, having enough for the person I'm so committed to caring for and attending to. And I didn't, and making modifications in that and understanding how many different things that people I needed to shut out. Challenging, but that's the work part. And then you get to the other side and stuff be so.
Wow.
Yeah, and so that's the. I don't know. We hate to say the key because we're not,
Still
but other than that, we working and
That's right. That's right. I mean, and it's only the tip of the iceberg. I'm sure we could spend another hour on that. Yeah. I know y'all want talking like this in Higgins.
Y'all
done learned a lot, man.
Wasn't a lot of talking.
Wow. Wasn't a lot of talking in Higgins.
Okay, well,
we did college.
Oh, wow. This is good. Thanks for, letting me not only kind of go back in time a little bit, but also learning something, for y'all. And I think you have blessed the viewers too with that. Now, what is before us, right? What is coming up what is coming up? What should the people be preparing themselves for?
In 1984.
It is, we have a nonprofit, and I know that front facing, it's pretty, and it's my organization, but it's our company. When you look at the logo, that is a design of mice, and the onset of that organization started like in our basement 8 years ago. And we've always been advocates for women's health and reproductive health and all things Black women in health. And last year, May 1st, we lost our mom to breast cancer, who was the number one advocate for all things the organization did. And we put our grief and our work into the community, which is always where we return. And we created the Sharon Festival of Breast Cancer Awareness and Advocacy, and it is a beautiful event. And we hosted it last year, and we brought out about 250 people. It was so much fun that we knew we would have to fundraise intentionally this year to do it really big. So our birthday celebration is a fundraiser for Pretty, and it's entitled Mac in 1984 because it's an immersive experience in 1984. And I think we got like you never want to give away anything. That's why I'm hesitant.
Click the link in your bio. It's going to be lit. Trust me.
You got to be there.
We want to keep it. If you party with us for free, because we throw a lot and we host a lot, us charging $140, we're turning $40. It costs $100 to go outside. $140 to hang out with us. All the details are on the website and in the link, but it's all things 1984. I think we talk about everything from Marty McFly to Mike and Prince to the neon colors to all the different things that make really the 80s babies the saviors. Like we rotary dialed all the way up to this new phone, the new iPhone. I don't think I use right, but it is.
Elon Musk trying to make a phone too, so 17.
He's trying to make everything. But it's everything that we enjoy and that we've enjoyed about just being alive for 40 years. This is a really reflective season, and we've been really just wanting to see how we can give back to the ticket holders. So you can click the link, you can write this off, and it's September 1st.
September 1st. That's Labor Day weekend, so no excuses, man. You got to work the next day, so you might as well get lit with the max.
Absolutely. And we have so many surprises. Of course, we're feeding you, we drinking with you, we entertaining you, we surprising you. The love is in the details. We love each other, and we kind of want everybody to leave feeling like all the cool ones before us ain't seen it.
No doubt. And then, of course, like as you mentioned, the support is of the Sharon Fest in honor of our mom, and that community piece is a big part of that. I spoke about community earlier, but the community being at a community event is actually honoring her in that way because she was a big proponent of the community, and I know that I've seen that as a huge influence in your life.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that was one of the things that drew me to you as well, as far as falling in love with you. Like you family. I come from love. I don't understand nothing but love and family.
Yeah.
So I'm drawn to that, and that was a big component of her. And this is a celebration of that, in addition to spreading the message out, making sure that you get checked. Get checked early and often, and get treated. It can be the difference maker. So that's the push.
This festival is so important for the South Side of Chicago. I mean, we have everything on site, on-site mammograms, and Mario Tricochi's team comes out and does facials. It's all kind of stuff, but this fundraiser allows us to expand. It allows us to keep this festival free. It allows us to not charge vendor fees for the festival. So you coming to party with us for our birthday allows us to host this festival. So, man, it's a win-win. We couldn't have asked for a better year, a better opportunity, a better love, because he always flirting and shooting his shot. Like, it's cool. Hey, Venson.
Hey, y'all. I love that. It's education. It's meeting people, in the depths of what they actually need, potentially saving lives. It's a memorial, it's celebration, it's love, it's looking back, it's looking for, it's lots of things. But what it is folks got to be there, and it seems like there's some surprises and all types of stuff. So.
And I am holding water. I don't want no smoke with him.
All right, we'll leave that. We'll leave that be there.
But know that it's an immersive experience, and we expect you. We're not making an entrance, so we don't expect you to make an entrance. We'll have 2 looks. We expect you to have 2 looks. I can at least say they need something for land and sea, land and lake. But yeah, we need the 80s. This is the time to just take it there. Do the most. We want that. Don't tone down anything for us.
I love it. Any last words for our time together?
I'll see y'all September 1st.
There you go.
That's what I want to say.
We wouldn't be any other age but this, and we have never thrown a party like this one. So FOMO should be hitting in right about now.
Oh, this is the important thing. Tickets will be unavailable after August 15th. So,
don't snooze.
Yeah. You said hasten yourself. Thank you so much, Vincent. This has been so cool.
My brother.
Absolutely. Link in bio and all on the other stuff. So see y'all September 1st.
Indeed.
Hey, happy birthday, baby.